In this video we're going to show how the TRT400 works. So to do the test we need to select the new test option, click on it, and we need to set the test parameters. So the first thing is we can input the test information about the test object, about the test itself, and notes if possible. We can leave this blank, this is optional, so I'm going to just input the name for the test object. Let's say I'm going to call it test transformer and confirm. Then we need to select the test object type, which is in our case three-phase transformer. We're going to do the turns ratio test, and for the configuration I'm going to choose the AVGD, which stands for automatic vector group detection. So TRT400 is going to automatically detect vector group of the transformer under test. Next thing we need to select is the tap changer. So whether there is an on-load tap changer, de-energized tap changer, or there is no tap changer at all. In our case we have on-load tap changer, which has total 5 taps. It's placed on the high voltage side. We're going to test it in the direction from 1 to 5, and we're going to test all the tap positions, and I'm going to confirm the selection. Optionally we can input the nameplate voltages of the transformer, so we need to input the nameplate voltage of first tap, last tap, and on the low voltage side. So for the first tap in our case it's 180 volts, for tap 5 is 150 volts, and for the low voltage side it's 25 volts. And I'm going to click the confirm. And the last parameter we need to set is the test voltage. Because this is a small transformer, I'm going to select 40 volts. And to proceed to the test, I can click next, but before I click next, I can save this configuration as a template. So if I click the save test template, and I'm going to, let's say, call it test transformer. Click OK. I'm going to click OK. So now this configuration is saved as a test template, and we can recall it later on every time we want to test this transformer. So I'm going to click the next to proceed to the test, and we are ready to start the test in the first tap position. So I'm going to hit the start the test, and because we've chosen AVGD options, the first thing TRT400 does is vector group detection. So it's now going to detect the vector group of this transformer. Okay, now the TRT detected the line 0 group, and we're going to confirm the selection of this detected group, and our test in the first tap position is now starting. Okay. We have results of the first tap position here, and to test the next step we're going to click the test next step button. So it shows the test ready screen for the next step. We can remotely change the tap position using the built-in tap changer control unit. So if I click the tap up button, it will remotely change the tap position of our on-load tap changer. And once the tap is changed, I can start the test in the second tap position. Now we have results in second tap position. So to proceed to the third tap, again we're going to go test next tap, send the signal command for tap up. And once the tap is changed, we can start the test in the third tap position. So we're going to repeat this process for the remaining taps. And we've completed testing all the taps. And if we don't need to repeat the test in the last tap position, we're going to click to finish the test. And now we have all the results of all 5 taps here on this screen. So first I'm going to do is to save these results. So I'm going to give it a different name. I'm going to name it Test Transformer. Select OK, and I have saved results in our memory. So besides these numerical results, we can also view the graphs by clicking the View Graphs. And now here we can see the graph. By default it's graph of ratio deviation, so we see all 3 phases are outside the green zone, outside of the 0.5% limit. We can also look the turns ratio graph, the phase angle graph, and the graph of excitation currents. And of course in the appearance customize, we can deselect phases. We can show all 3 phases. We can show also the markers, which will show us the exact values on the graph. So we can see here. And we can also, if we mistakenly enter the nameplate voltages or didn't enter it at all, we can go to Edit Nameplate, and then we can edit nameplate voltages if necessary. That's it. So if we go back to the home and then results, we can see the last saved result is just the result we've recorded right now. That's it for this short tutorial.